implications, and Somaliland election row in Somaliland could lead to more chaos. A senior politician is warning that further delaying presidential elections could have wider implications, and Somaliland could even become a failed state like neighbouring Somalia.
It would be a major blow for the self-declared republic, which had been hailed as an example of stability in the very troubled Horn of Africa. The former British protectorate split from Somalia in 1991 and became a self-declared republic. It's small, with a population of just 3.5 million. Somaliland has never been internationally recognised as a country. Now it's trying to quell growing unrest among its people. From the capital, Mohammed Ado reports.
This is Hargeisa, the capital of Somaliland. For more than 18 years, the breakaway enclave in northwest Somalia has maintained some semblance of peace and order. But until recently, the situation on the ground was far from calm. Opposition supporters took to the streets of Hargeisa last August and September. They were protesting the continual postponement of presidential elections. Chaos reigned on the streets, and at least 2 people were killed as Somaliland police used strong arm tactics to deal with the disturbances. President Dahir Riyale Kahin has ruled Somaliland for nearly 10 years. He blames the opposition parties for the chaos.
I can say they were responsible because they have misinformed these kids, and it was unfortunate for me as a president that some of our people have died for the first time in clashes like this. And I hope this will not be repeated again in the future.
The situation was only resolved through Somaliland's tradition of dialogue as the 3 main political parties began talking. They eventually signed a binding agreement and agreed to work together to organize elections. As part of the accord, a new electoral commission has been jointly appointed by the political movements. When we visited its offices, the commission was having its first sitting. Their first task, to deal with a controversial register of voters. It's no easy matter. There's been no proper census taken in Somaliland for a long time, and there is a great sensitivity about compiling a new register which is likely to alter the balance of power between the various clans. The Commission's chairman says they face a huge challenge.
This is a very big responsibility to run the election in Somaliland. We have the fears of what happened last time, but we're hoping now we could succeed this one, inshallah.
Somaliland's reputation as a beacon of stability in a volatile region is now threatened, and all hopes of a peaceful resolution to the political crisis lie with the holding of a presidential election.
I think these elections are very critical to the future of Somaliland. If these elections fail, I'm afraid, as we have heard from many friends of ours internationally, that many people may regard Somaliland as another failed state like that of Somalia.
Yet there is much optimism among Somaliland's public, whose sense of nationalism is unparalleled in the Horn of Africa. With hopes running high for a growing democracy, the emphasis is on avoiding anything that will make Somaliland lose any of the gains it has achieved since breaking away from the rest of Somalia. Mohammed Ado, jazeera, Hargeisa, Somaliland.
And joining me now in the studio is Abdifatah Saeed Ahmed, the Somaliland representative and coordinator in Europe. Welcome to Al Jazeera. Why was it so important for Somaliland to gain independence from Somalia?
If I give you a small picture about the history of the Somaliland, before 1960 it used to be under British protectorate, and it was actually recognized when it gained independence from Britain 26th of June 1960. 5 days being recognized internationally for 35 countries. And what happened was, we were looking that time, 1960, Greater Somalia, that was including Djibouti, part of northeast of Kenya, part of Ethiopia, and that never materialized. And after a few years, early 1970s, what happened was the government, previous government Somalia, as it called before 1991, Siad Barre's regime actually treated Somalilanders people unfairly. And in the early 1980s, what happened, Somalilanders people actually being bombed. As you can see the reports, BBC World Service, 1989, and I was staying in this country 28 years. And we set up that time an organization called SNM to fight, regain actually the right of Somalilanders. And that took us 1990, and that was 18 years guerrilla warfare to actually capture the Somaliland actually dream. And we established our own dream 18th of May 1991. So it wasn't something come up really easily to actually gain, you know, as a reinstated state independence.
What was the biggest impact of independence on the country?
Well, as you know, as you can see the picture, we're watching the video actually clip early on. You know, Somalia actually flourished business-wise, and also it's got its own parliament. It's been elected first time, you know, 2005, and we had our president elected 2003, and also we had our constitution actually voted the people of Somaliland in 2001. And the greatest thing is we've got our own flag, our own money, our own passport, which I can happily show it to you, which I travel a lot of countries in the world, although Somalia hasn't recognized it, which is there. And also we've got our own money, which is Somaliland shillings, and which is happily really can give you one brand new money, Somaliland shillings. Which,
this is the first time a guest has given me money on Al Jazeera.
Absolutely, that's Somaliland money. So probably, you know,
Somaliland money and a Somaliland passport.
And the government today, President Rial's government.
Your passport back, and I'll
thank you.
The money.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, you can keep us a souvenir, really. So, President, you know, President Rial's government actually done a lot, you know, to actually establish Somaliland actually status and actually tell the whole world, the community. Our president was here in March this year. Actually, I had a meeting with David Miliband, Foreign Secretary in the UK. And so it's a lot to gain in Somalia. We've got 5...
The polls have been postponed, haven't they, indefinitely? Could that lead to violence?
Actually, I don't think so at all, because I've seen one of the clips, one of the opposition leader was saying if Somaliland hasn't held elections on time, it might be a collapsed state in Somalia. Actually, I'm not sure on that view. And if you look at the history, Somalia established almost 19 years now, and we started grassroots. Our peace and stability, and that's to do with our elders, the Council of Elders, which we really appreciate, and we actually thank them. And as we started, even before British came to 1960, if we've got our difference, we used to go under the trees and sort our problems out. And actually, that's the way actually Somaliland was built last 18 years, and I don't really think.
For the polls. Abdifatah, we have to leave it there. Thank you for coming in.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you.